Hello everyone, Stanley LeFew here. Hey, I wanted to take a moment and welcome you to my website, as well as put a face with this product that many of you are here checking out, how to inspire your husband to stop looking at other women. You know, people have asked me how I got interested in such a sensitive topic. On this video, I'd like to share a little of that story with you, as well as look at one of the reasons why men look and how to handle that. Well, first of all, how did I get interested in this sensitive topic? Well, several years ago, I started noticing what people were typing into the search engines in order to find my website. You know, it was search terms like, help, my husband checks out other women when we go out on dates, or why can't my husband stop looking at other women? These phrases came up again and again. Well, I started researching this, and wow, let me tell you, what I discovered is that this is a sore spot for women all around the world. You know, quite honestly, it might be one of the most difficult challenges that they face in relationships these days. Now, that may sound astounding to some of you who are viewing this, but here's the reason that's true. This is not one of those issues that women openly share. This is not one of those things that they go and just talk to anybody about. This is an issue that they often suffer silently with. They're trying to work through all of the emotions by themselves. They're trying to deal with this personally. In my research, what I discovered is that women around the world were going to, anonymously, going to relationship-themed websites and asking opinions about it, trying to get answers for it, trying to understand or get some wise counsel on this. So that's how I got interested in this subject matter. Now, in my resource, I share several reasons why men look, as well as several reasons why it matters to the women in our life that we do. And I'd like to share one of those reasons that men look with you now. It's what I call the adoration gap principle. Now, what is the adoration gap principle? Well, many of us can understand this principle simply by going back to the early stages in our relationships. We all remember those times. We remember the giddiness we felt. We remember the raw emotion that we had, the romantic feelings that were so rich and alive, and we remember what it was like to just want to be around one another, or we could pick up the phone and talk for several hours and it just seemed like minutes. Well, this is the adoration stage of relationship, and it's usually in the adoration stages that couples start coming up with their favorite love songs together. You know, it can be tunes like the old Flamingos hit, I Only Have Eyes for You. Now, we don't wonder about the inspiration behind songs like that or their popularity, not during the adoration stage, because quite honestly, that's how we feel. It's as if our eyes and our heart are in alignment. But what happens is, over time, life has a way of creating what I call this great big emotional gap in relationships. And the wider the emotional gap, the more a man can struggle with wandering eyes. It's almost as if his disconnect from his heart is also creating a disconnect in his eyes. Now, if that is the case, then what can we do about it? Well, for the last 10 years, through my website as well as through my writings, I've been encouraging couples to create relationships that last. And I've been inspiring men to a deeper love of their wives. And I've done it through a concept. And if you've heard nothing that I've said up to this point, I hope you'll listen to this concept. This concept simply says, what we elevate becomes what we celebrate, and what we put down becomes what we kick around. Now, what that means is we've got to go back. If we want to close the gap in our relationships, we've got to get the adoration back in. We've got to begin elevating in value one another again. Well, what might that look like? Let me explain it like this. For some reason, when people see the title of this resource, they start wondering if I'm talking about a no-look policy. I'm not talking about a no-look policy. I'm talking about something so much bigger. And I'm talking about something so much better. I'm talking about a go-look policy. Go look again at your wife the way that you used to look at her when love was new. Go look again at the value that she brings to your world. Go look again at the content richness that she gives your life and start finding joy in that again. You know, one of my favorite relationship quotes is from the movie Shall We Dance? Go look again at how there are billions of people on this planet, and she has chosen to commit herself to everything related to you. The good things, the bad things, the terrible things, even the mundane things. All of it, all of the time, every day. It's as if she's saying, your life will not go unnoticed, for I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed, for I will be your witness. That's adoration, folks. And that's what I'm talking about. We've got to bring back the adoration in our relationships again in order to close the gap. Now, the interesting thing I've discovered about adoration is when the heart begins to take the lead, the eyes will start to follow. Try it and see if it isn't true. Thank you for stopping by.